With a starting price of $15,625 US, the all-new 2020 Nissan Versa can no longer claim the title of the cheapest new car in the United States, and I think that's a good thing. Alright, and here is my initial drive. Pulling out of the lot. Acceleration is still a little bit sluggish, but that's what you get for less than 130 horsepower. However, the ride is smooth and is pretty quiet inside. Meet the all-new, completely redesigned 2020 Nissan Versa. Offered in 3 trim levels, S, SV, and the sporty SR that is shown here, standard safety features such as rear view monitor, automatic emergency braking, reverse braking, and pedestrian detection, as well as lane departure warning and convenience features such as Bluetooth, a 7-inch touchscreen, make the all-new Versa a fantastic buy in any trim. This Versa is the SR trim and is shown in super black and features a charcoal sport cloth interior with orange accents. Check out the window sticker here. All Versas, regardless of trim, are front-wheel drive and are powered by the same engine. It is a 1.6-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve inline 4-cylinder with continuously variable valve timing controls. They are sequential multi-point fuel injection and creates 122 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, 114 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. While no instrumented tests are available, Car and Driver magazine estimates 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 33.8 seconds, and a quarter mile in 16.8 seconds. Top speed is limited to 115 miles per hour. All Versas feature a 10.8 US gallon fuel capacity, and they consume 2.9 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 380 miles. EPA fuel economy ratings are 32 miles per gallon city, 40 miles per gallon highway, and 35 miles per gallon combined. On my 15-mile mixed driving test, I was able to achieve 36.2 miles per gallon. While the S-Trim offers a 5-speed manual as standard, the sole available transmission on the SV and SR is the painfully lethargic Xtronic CVT. And here we are on a little bit more of an open road. I'll be getting it on the interstate here pretty soon. But at speed, it's actually still a very quiet car. It's not buzzy or doesn't rattle or anything like that. And you do have really, really good views out the windows. I do like the thin A-pillars. Around the rear of the Versa, the styling cues from the newly redesigned Altima are evident, with the floating roof design common with Nissan passenger cars, and the taillights appearing to be smaller versions of the Altimas. Rear lighting is all incandescent with no LED options currently available. With the SR trim, a rear deck lid spoiler is standard, and down below a more sporty valance panel with simulated Venturi fins and red reflectors that mimic rear fog lights complete the sporty look. And walking along the profile of the Versa, the look of a small Altima is still obvious, almost appearing to be similar in size of a Sentra. Despite a slight increase in overall length, the once cavernous rear seat has lost almost 6 inches of legroom. Steering across the board is vehicle speed-sensitive variable rate electrically assisted rack and pinion. Wheels on this car are 17-inch painted and polished split 5-spoke aluminum alloy wheels. Tires are Continental Conti Pro Contact that measure 205/50 R17. Brakes are disc up front with drums in the rear and are assisted by ABS, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, and traction control. The new Versa features front-end styling that aligns with the rest of the Nissan passenger car family. With the SR trim, you get the dark chrome finished V-Motion grille frame. A bright chrome frame is standard on the S and SVs. On the SR, you also get LED low beam headlamps, LED signature daytime running lights, which is a nice touch on a car of this size and price range. Turn indicators are incandescent with the side mirrors sporting LED turn repeaters, and low down halogen fog lamps are standard. With the new front end, my first thought was that it looked a little bit like a Nissan Leaf without the charge port door. Alright, and here we are accelerating on an acceleration ramp, and just getting it up to 60 is actually a very sluggish process. It's not fast at all, but this car is not intended to be fast. It is intended to be a economical cruising car, and it does that very, very nicely. Here we are on the interstate. We're going about 65 miles per hour, running just a little under 1,000 RPM with the CVT transmission, and overall it's still a very nice, quiet, and smooth ride. Much, much more refined than the previous generation. Alright, and as promised, we will also briefly look at the SV model as well. This SV is painted in Aspen White Tri-Coat Pearl, and it looks really, really nice. Inside is the graphite two-tone cloth interior with light graphite accents and light graphite Primatex trim on the dashboard. This model features halogen headlamps, no DRLs, and no fog lights. However, it comes in around $600 less expensive than the SR model shown, and with the additional equipment on the SR, like automatic climate control, remote start, and Nissan Intelligent Key Smart Key Access, the SR is a trim that I personally would opt for. And shown here is the SV's interior. I do like the contrast between light and dark. Here in just a few moments we will show the interior of the SR, but as you can see it's mostly borrowed from the Kicks, with the dashboard resembling that of the Kicks. It also has the LCD advanced drive display, which is a nice touch. And take a look at the rear seat. The once cavernous rear seat has now been shortened by 6 inches. Nissan says that 3 inches were taken away from the rear seat to add to the front seat. However, both seats feel a little bit cramped, but that is normal for a car of this size. Overall fit and finish on both cars are absolutely incredible. Alright, and as stated before, it does come standard with remote start on the SR trim. To operate is very easy. First you need to lock the vehicle and then press and hold the remote start button. And locking and unlocking the vehicle is easy with Nissan's Intelligent Key Smart Key Access system. By keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you can press the button on the door handle, it will lock the vehicle. To unlock, simply press the button again. And taking a look inside, we see a brand new interior, which isn't really brand new as it borrows a lot of the features from the Kicks. However, it is brand new for the Versa. Upgraded materials, plastics, and trim are all welcome in the new car. Of course, you have power windows, power mirrors, and power door locks. Manual seat adjust with height adjustable driver seat. You've also got the SR specific charcoal with the orange accents. The seats are actually pretty comfortable and pretty supportive, although the cloth does feel a little bit on the rough side. Alright, now we're going to pan through the interior and show more details. Nice fluid electrically assisted power steering with a sporty flat bottom D-shaped steering wheel. You've also got orange accent stitching with a leather wrapped wheel, satin silver trim, multifunction controls for Bluetooth, audio, your advanced drive display, and cruise control. And as stated before, the advanced drive display is actually a really nice system with a reconfigurable LCD panel that also functions as a digitally recreated analog tachometer. The menus are clear and crisp and easy to read, and it's quite configurable. Alright, panning over the top of the dash. The dash top is a hard plastic, although it is matte finish, so it is low on reflectivity in the windscreen. And moving down, the Primatex vinyl trim on the dashboard is a nice soft touch material with orange accent stitching. Up high you have 2 air vents, and you have your 7-inch Nissan Connect touchscreen display. While it does not feature navigation, Apple CarPlay and Google Android Auto are standard on the SV and SR trims, which help alleviate that. Also standard across the board is the now federally mandated reverse camera. It does not have a 360-degree reverse camera, however. And down below, you do have automatic climate control. If you do opt for the convenience package, you also get heated front seats and adaptive cruise control. You have a 12-volt power socket, a USB port, and an auxiliary input jack, as well as a nice amount of storage. Your console-mounted start-stop button for the engine. 2 cup holders down below, and a hand-operated handbrake. Rear seat USB ports are a nice touch, as is the driver's side fold-down armrest. And looking overhead, you do have a manually dimming rearview mirror, overhead dome lights, and you've also got nice large padded sun visors with non-illuminated vanity mirrors. The sun visors do not slide out, but they do have slide out extensions. And of course you have overhead assist handles. Alright, and let's take a look at the rear seat. Gone is the gigantic rear seat room of the Versa and the Versa Notes. The Versa Note is actually going to be replaced with the Kicks pretty soon. You still have a decent amount of legroom in the back, although it's not the 6 inches that we're used to in these. But the rear seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding bench seat with integrated headrest on all passenger seats, as well as 3-point seat belts. The orange accents continue in the rear, which is actually a pretty nice touch for a car of this price range. Soft touch materials. Cup holders molded into the door panels are a nice added feature. And of course the seats do fold flat, and what's really nice is the folding mechanism is actually inside the car. Just lift up and pull the seat down. You don't have to walk to the trunk to do this. Alright, and accessing the luggage area is very easy. There are several ways to do it. Underneath the Nissan logo, there's a membrane switch that can actually release the trunk lid. Or in the driver's side footwell, there is a manual release lever. Or you can press and hold the button on the key fob. The trunk does pop up, but it does not pop fully up. You have to lift it up the rest of the way, but that's okay. It is a spring-loaded hinge. And inside is revealed a very nice and very smartly styled luggage area. Features 14.7 cubic feet of capacity. A nice load flat floor with a nice cargo mat. Underneath the floor you do have a compact spare tire with jack and tools and some additional storage. Alright, and this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the all-new 2020 Nissan Versa. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.